when you put a group of fanboys in a room with a mic? From video games, comics, and movies to uncensored social commentary, nothing is off limits. With your hosts, Pistol Pete Jr., The Blue Guy, Chuck Ditch, G-Roll, and Player 2. This is The Real Press Start. So sit down, load up, log in, and press start.
Welcome to the Petering Out Podcast.
Oh, yes, we are back. Time to get your headphones in and whip them beers out, because it is time for the Petering Out Podcast with your hosts, Pistol Pete Jr., Chuck Ditch, and Jeezy Weezy.
What was my nickname you guys gave me?
It was funny though.
Nasty Welts.
Nasty Welts, yeah.
Nasty Welts.
Nasty Welts. Nice.
Best Buy sent me a 10% discount for my birthday, and they sent me a penis cupcake with it.
Why is it a penis cupcake?
It just doesn't.
Does it say penis cupcake?
No, it just looks like a penis.
Why did they put that line on there? Oh, because
It's a candle.
Oh.
It's a can.
But I was like, what the fuck? Like when it was like this.
Is that how you opened it? And you're like, why did they send me a penis?
Yeah, like a penis.
They just put out, yeah, this is a flame.
They sent you a dickhead? Happy birthday, dickhead.
Alright. So you guys want to talk about this fight first?
Sure, you
Yeah,
guys.
what a bum way for that to end.
Yeah, it's
Seriously.
pretty
It was a
disappointing.
good fight, though.
That was, I mean, every fight prior to this was, all of them were really good.
Those are the ones
Even that fight was good up until.
No, yeah.
No, yeah,
That-
but the co-main sucked.
Call.
No, yeah, no, you're right.
Darren Till felt like a little bitch.
They both did. They both, yeah.
Kevin was trying to chase him and stuff, but
Yeah. I didn't even see who won that one.
probably Till. Kevin won like the last round.
I mean, yeah, that one was not very. But fucking The Rock, that was the best part of the fight for me.
When The Rock walked out.
The Rock's entrance, if you smell, and then The Rock just walking down with the
with
BMF
the
title,
belt. Yeah, it was cool.
and then he even swung it up like he would do with the old school WWE titles. He did the whole fucking. That was dope.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And yeah, they were having a hell of a fight. Fucking Nate was getting his ass beat though. Like he
Yeah,
was,
but
he
he
was starting to come back.
Yeah, he was like he said he was starting to get started.
Yeah.
It seemed like it.
Yeah, exactly. Like in that third round, he was still taking damage, but he was doing a lot more damage as well. And then that so disappointing. Like because the round was about to start, and then the fucking doc runs up to him.
I can't believe they stopped it over that.
Yeah,
Normally they would let that go. That wasn't that bad of a cut.
it was a cut on his eyebrow.
It was a bad cut. But
It looked like a nasty.
Yeah, but
cut.
it was on his eyebrow. Usually when it's on the eyebrow, they don't stop it at all.
Plus, he was. But yeah, but
And he wasn't getting
Nate,
it
yeah,
first.
he was fighting fine.
Yeah, he wasn't getting as hurt as he was as in the first two rounds.
Yeah,
He did better in that third round, and then even the fourth, he looked like he still had a lot of energy. You know,
yeah.
like
No.
at least let him fight it out.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is like Uncle Bird said, is like maybe like when the doctor was looking at it, it looked a lot worse. Like,
It's just the,
like
New,
right there
the
in the
New
moment.
York. It's the New York Athletic Commission. They suck.
Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah, Joe Rogan, you said it first, and then Joe Rogan said it right after you. You know, because Jorge, like as soon as Masvidal, as soon as he like we're gonna run it back. We're gonna do this again.
Yeah.
Like this has to happen again. And then he said, "Don't boo me, boo the doctor."
Yeah.
Well, he said two things. He said, "Don't boo me. You wouldn't boo me to my face." And then don't boo me, boo the doctor.
Jorge's a fucking hell of a
Both
fighter.
statements very true.
Yeah, both statements very true.
Jorge's a hell of a fighter, though.
Yeah, that was a hell of a fucking fight. Like, and there was a lot of times where I was legit like, "Fuck, Nate's gonna lose right now."
I thought it was done after when he landed that kick on his
Yes, and he was just eating his body up with those fucking kicks.
those body kicks.
Those body kicks were brutal. Like he was beating Nate up, but Nate was. But see, that just shows you how fucking tough Nate is. So
That dude's like a zombie.
yeah, just keeps coming.
He's like a fucking sadistic person.
Shit, there was
And
something.
then Canelo
Fucking knocked the fuck out of Kovalev. No.
Yeah, Kovalev.
Kovalev.
Dude, look at this.
It's the static.
Why?
Why? Yeah, I got this, and I realized
Spider-Man.
like I'm gonna be talking right now.
Just realized I'm Spider-Man.
Man, stick to things I don't want them to stick to.
Yeah, that was a boring fight up until that point.
Until that knockout, right? Because
Yeah.
like fucking.
I fell asleep and then you guys were like, oh, my.
I was falling asleep. That's why I got up to get some coffee. I'm like, let me get a little bit of caffeine in me. And then like as I turn around, like,
I kept waking myself up, and then at some point I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go to sleep
yeah.
and then do the show. And then when it's over.
I think I did fall asleep for like a split second.
I heard you. You were just like snored.
I don't.
Yeah, then you woke yourself up.
Yeah, I think I did that once or twice too.
It's crazy how they delayed the start of that fight until after the UFC was over.
Yeah, I mean that was smart though, because I mean it sucks to the people that are there in the arena.
Yeah, I'd be mad.
I would.
Like,
be
what were
pissed.
they doing? They went to go get beers and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I went and got 2 beers. The fight still hasn't started.
They gave you 2 beers at an arena.
I'm about to go for a third.
I hate how you can't leave and come back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, no re-entry.
No stamps. They don't stamp your wrist like
No.
the fucking $5 carnival. At fucking
I think it'd be like 1 ring.
But the UV stamp.
yeah. What the fuck? Fucking Chuck E. Cheese does it.
That's what made the story extra funny about you and that guy. Let's go outside. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, I know.
Because like he went outside and now you can't get back.
Can't get back
Dumbass.
Idiot.
Then he turns around, it's like, where the fuck is he?
Yeah. He probably paced walking back and forth for a little bit,
So he's probably coming out any second.
and then just drove home seating.
I hate, like, if you ask somebody to go outside with you, you're not about that life. Like, if you're gonna fight somebody, you're gonna fight right there.
You're gonna fight right then and there. Yeah, let's go inside. Oh, let's fight
We're
right
not
here.
going to a second location to fight.
Yeah. Well, because when you tell someone to go outside, that's you hoping they're gonna calm down. You're gonna calm down, and they're gonna calm down by the time you.
Well,
get
you
outside.
are. You're guaranteed because nobody's mad for minutes.
Yeah, they're gonna just walk on that. Just
Nobody's mad for minutes. You're mad for like 30 seconds tops.
Fights are heat of the moment things. Not let's go outside.
Yeah.
Like that was always the thing that always made me laugh in high school. I'm gonna meet you after school. Okay.
You're still gonna be
You're
mad
still
about
gonna be
this?
mad? Yeah.
One time, Ruben passed some guy at lunch.
Uh-huh.
He pulled his boxers down and everything. And the guy was like, "Yo, can we fight?"
What?
He wanted to fight Ruben about it. So they fought. Like Ruben, I kind of let him beat him up. Like Ruben didn't really do much.
Yeah.
Like he kind of let him land some punches on him.
I'm trying to remember that there was a Samoan kid. I can't remember his name for the life of me right now. That for whatever reason, me and him, I don't know. I don't remember what started the argument. I don't remember why. But it wasn't. It was one of those things where it was like a couple days that like it was like, or no, I think it had been like a month of like. For whatever reason, like he hated me for whatever reason, and then like after a while, I was like, okay, I hate this fucker too now, like because it was like this, every time we passed each other in the halls, it was just like fuck you, and it was just there was always some kind of competition for like a whole month. Then it was like, you know what, we were gonna meet at Manzanita. Let's go meet at Manzanita, and it was like I'll be by myself and you'll be by yourself. Let's go fight. And so I was like, all right. So we meet at Manzanita, and obviously I wasn't by myself.
And neither was he.
And neither was he. No, but what made me laugh was because so it was me, Bouncer Leo, and I think Sharky, right? But they were off in the distance. They weren't like like right there. And this truck comes in, this lowered pickup truck, right? Comes into the parking lot. Dude gets out of the car, and then 4 gigantic Samoan dudes, other Samoan dudes. The truck wasn't lowered.
He brought his big. It was just all the weight of the fucking guys.
4 other Samoan dudes just get. I'm like, damn.
And then he was like, yeah, I gotta go. Bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Mama. You know what? My mom said I should be home, around 4 today. And it's already like 3:45.
No, we ended up fighting. We ended up fighting 1-on-1, and it's one of the few street fights that I remember like in high school because I used to fight a lot in school, but like it was one of the few that I actually remember because me and him like we were just like beating the shit out of each other. Like literally, like we were just like the fight ended because we were both tired and stopped. Not because somebody won. We were just like, all right, you know what? We're good. And we shook hands. And that was
Doctor stoppage like that.
exactly. Yeah.
Respect, man.
We both just stopped. It was just like, all right, I'm good. Like, you're good? I'm good. All right, I'm good. Let's go. But yeah, it was just, and you know, his boys were there just because, or his family was there just in case I brought people, and my people were there in case he brought people. So it was just, it was a mutual kind of like, all right, let's just do this and get it done.
Yeah. I mean,
Were his people standing off or did they stay on the truck?
No, they got down and they walked up with him.
They were like right there.
Yeah, and because I guess they were afraid that, like, you know, if he got up by himself, then whoever I had with me would just, because Leo and Bouncer and Shark, they were like off on one of the benches, but they were close enough where if something went down, they could run up. And so, you know, obviously you could tell they were with me because I was like I'm in.
You're looking at him like, what the fuck? Like,
well, no, because because you know how, do you remember Masvidal, how they have that big field in the back?
Yeah.
So, but there's that last set of benches right before you go to the field. Well, I'm standing in the field by those benches. So it's like,
and they're all sitting at the benches.
Yeah, it's like, why is he standing right there by those benches? Like, why is he standing by those guys?
That shit would have been on World Star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Today.
Well, you know, I'm on one of the Fox Undercover ones, right? Do you remember the Fox News Undercovers?
No.
They would do the with, oh god, I can't remember the guy's name, but they were doing it was they were doing an expose on party crews. It was like a multi-part thing. It was like party crews and tagging crews, backyard parties,
Gateway gang.
and it was all the, it was
Party crews.
all of this stuff. And there was, I'm on 2 or 3 of them. I can't remember, but there was one of them, and like you can't really tell it's me. The only reason I know it's me is because I remember being there, and I know, like, I remember the cameras being there, so I know it's me. But they were it was I can't remember the crew that threw the party there, but it was called Rebel Bop. And what it was literally, it was a party, but there was going to be fights there as well. And it's like, if you wanted to fight, they had gloves. And it's like, oh, you want to fight? You want to fight? All right, you gotta go ahead and fight.
Like boxing gloves?
Yeah,
Or
boxing
like
gloves. No,
MMA, or like MMA type gloves.
no, they're boxing gloves. And like it was a big horse stable, and everyone just like, if you were going to fight, you went to the horse stable to fight.
Horse stable?
Yes, a
Horse
Table? Or
It was a horse table. Way down in the jungle deep. The whole
So you fought somebody in the horse stable?
I fought somebody in the horse stable, and like all you see is
Like
the back
in
of
fucking, like in Snatch?
yeah,
Just
pretty
like
much.
that scene?
Yeah, pretty much it was, yeah. And you see me, you see me. I'm in a white beater and black pants, and you just see the back of my head and like the side of me really quick. When me and that dude are fighting, and you can't tell which, because like we both looked identical. Like, we remember my stupid haircut with the shaved head and the bangs. And he had the same haircut.
it was in.
That was hilarious.
But yeah, and I'm in a couple of those, like, because a couple of the parties we were at, and like it was just me. You see me in the background.
There's one on YouTube that I watched called like Backyard Beefs, I think.
Backyard beefs.
Yeah, and they're just like, they just have like a fence set up in like a circular thing, and just have like boxing and MMA. Somebody's back, like if it was in your backyard area.
Well, you know, check this out though. So that one at that party, the party. Oh god, it was right there in La Puente. I can't remember where the house was now. No, it might have been in Bassett. Might have been in Bassett. But it was like a house that had a horse stable in the back, right? Then the cops come and break that party up, so everyone leaves, and we all end up at Stimson Park for some reason. And the party kept going. Like, there was still fights at the park. Like, so they were still having the party there. People were all hanging out, but then like they just made a big circle of people, and then like people were fighting in the circle at Stimson. Like, the cops are gonna come there and break it up. They broke up a house party. They're gonna come.
Yeah, they're not gonna go to
A public park in the middle of the day where kids are playing.
Was it the middle of the day?
It was the middle of the day.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely not gonna get busted.
What party you had during the day?
It was a ditch party.
Oh.
It was a DP. Is what we used to
okay.
call it back in the day. Hey, you go to the DP?
Is that before double penetration?
Yeah,
that was
it
before
was
double
such a different
penetration was-
definition.
Yeah, this was in the 90s, before like there was widespread porn on the
Before
internet.
you could just stream porno?
Yeah, so DP stood for ditch party at the time. It didn't stand for double penetration.
Imagine today, like somebody's just not with the times. Like,
Hey,
you
go to
DP?
You want to go to the DP? You going to the DP? Wait, what? Who's gonna be
DP,
there?
get the fuck away from me. That guy's a sex offender now.
Who's gonna wait? Going to the DP? Who's gonna be there? Shouldn't there only be 3 people? Yeah, but we're gonna watch. Oh, okay.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
We got news.
Yeah, we got some stories.
Oh, what Death Stranding reviews are not that great.
They're mixed.
They're very mixed.
They're very mixed.
But I mean, even 8.5 is like not that great.
So the majority of them are saying it's breathtaking and boring. It's a
Yeah.
long, bizarre journey that's both breathtaking and boring.
It sounds interesting though.
It
from
does.
what
It
I've
sounds
seen.
hell of interesting, but
From what I heard though, it's like 80 or 90% just exploring, and then like 15% combat,
yeah,
and
it's a lot of open world where you're just kind of it's an artsy Kojima game. It's like it's him like untethered by fucking Konami saying you need to actually put more shit in this game. Like it's him it's his vision, like straight up.
What?
I don't know what he was saying right now, but
No, it's like it's Kojima just kind of like that's his like his vision, like
yeah. But one of the biggest things that like kind of was like, yeah, I'm down to play this is just because they said that in like throughout the world, other like you'll see what other players build to like because you know how like you've seen in trailers like that him climbing the ladders and all that. So like the ladders that they leave will be there for other players after the fact.
Really?
Yeah, so like or like they can build or like people can build bridges and
fuck.
find materials and all that.
You like
Yeah,
that
it's pretty.
That's a Rancho one, right?
Yeah, it is. I've been trying to ignore it.
that one just got like it crept up on me. It was just like
Nah, it hit me, and I think the wind started going that way, so it went to you.
damn.
Those burgers, bro.
Those burgers.
I had like fucking 4 burgers today.
Yeah, but somebody was describing like somebody had already started building a bridge, and then they finished building the bridge when they got to the playthrough. So now other people who get to that bridge will be able to cross easier.
It's weird.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, but then you're
Sounds
like,
very unlike anything you've played.
But you're like, what if I want to do the bridge myself? They're like, nah. Somebody did it.
Somebody
already.
There's always different things you could do.
Yeah.
Like, there's different ways you can get to that point.
The meta score is 84% or 84 out of 100 right now.
Uh-huh.
There's 62 positive reviews, 11 mixed reviews, and 1 negative review, based on 74 critic reviews. Atomics gave it 100, Gaming Age 100, Game Planet 100, Gamer Sky 100, Trusted Reviews 100, Game Rev 100, Push Square 100. We got this covered 100.
IGN gave it a 6.8.
6.8, yeah.
IGN's been weird lately, man.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They've been very
IGN Japan gave it a 9.5 though.
interesting.
Let's see here.
It's weird.
Washington Post
a
gave it a
lot of
90.
these reviews have been weird, like the Joker reviews.
GameSpot gave it a 90.
The fucking the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood reviews were really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never noticed. I never saw any of this.
They were all negative. A lot of them were negative reviews.
Negative, really?
Yeah, there was a lot of negative reviews about that movie.
Great fucking movie. Fuck that.
PSU gave it a
Yeah,
PlayStation
I
Network
liked
gave
it
it
better
80.
than the Joker.
Destructoid gave it an 80.
I think so too. It definitely
It was more.
it definitely sits in my head more than the Joker did.
Game
Once Upon a
Informer
Time.
gave it a 7.
Yeah, the Joker was really overrated. It was good, but it was really overrated. Like everybody was like saying how great it was. I
The
thought it was-
one negative review is
They were saying though that there's a lot of like that the whole thing might be in his head.
what, the Joker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of Stevier?
the part with Robert De Niro.
No.
I've never heard of Stevier either. They gave Death Stranding
Well,
a
I think
3.5.
the whole situation is just like a hypothetical. If he got out of the asylum, at that time.
Or maybe
Because I feel like that's when, because he tells the lady at the end that he kills that she wouldn't get it because he's laughing. So I think it's just like he's thinking about it, and he's not. And he didn't tell her anything.
yeah,
Because why wouldn't she get it?
yeah.
Oh,
Because it didn't
apparently,
happen.
I do want to watch it.
apparently, Death Stranding, you get powers based on your star sign. So, this guy giving the review says it starts off like, with how Metal Gear asks you to put your birthday in, things like that.
Uh-huh.
Well, this one, you put your birthday in, it tells you, oh, like this guy, he was an Aquarius.
Uh-huh.
Then it told him, like, hey, well,
Does he have water powers?
I don't know. It says other star signs provide options for better powers.
Do I get Earth powers because I'm a Taurus?
I don't know. That's a
Can I
good
move? Can I carry more things because I'm a Taurus?
question. Right? And this person, he can't stress enough how boring the core gameplay of Death Stranding is.
How what?
How boring.
How boring.
If you're not falling, you'll be mashing L2 and R2 buttons in order to regain your balance or steady yourself after tripping over an ankle-high obstacle. What the hell? Every time you apparently you drink Monster Energy drinks in the game, and you drink a lot of them apparently because here's a screenshot. But
It's weird.
They're sponsored by Monster.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kojima.
it's hard to entertain the idea of that Kojima's masterpiece is high art when it's happily selling Monster Energy drink each time you take a slide down a cliff face or take a gander at a table in a private room decorated with endless cans of Monster.
Yeah,
That is weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
This
But
is
it's
odd.
weird, like if you're playing Uncharted or Call of Duty, playing Call of Duty, right? And Gatorade is how you heal yourself. Not stim packs, but
That's super.
Gatorade.
Gatorade and Doritos.
Yeah, because Death Stranding has a monster, so
Yeah, normally it's Monster and Doritos.
Or Mountain Dew and Doritos.
Or no, Mountain Dew and
Mountain Dew.
Doritos for Call of Duty.
But it's only on Xbox.
so
Red Bull's Destiny.
Yeah, right. The good Death Stranding looks amazing and is well polished. Superb cast doing wonders with one-dimensional characters. The bad, it's a courier simulator while controlling a character with the balance of a drunken child.
Sounds hilarious.
Yeah,
Time
that
fall
sounds
at
fun.
slower pace. This was 45
That doesn't
hours of my
sound
life
like a
I
bad
can't
thing.
get back. This is not games as art. It would have been better as a television show or a film.
Stupid.
Apparently it has a lot of cutscenes like Metal Gear 4 that.
Metal Gear 4's cutscenes were awesome.
Yeah, but say that's the thing. As long as the cutscenes are entertaining and keep you
Yeah.
enthralled in the story.
Yeah, then it'd be like, yeah, I'll get through all this just to get to a cutscene.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, some of the Metal Gear cutscenes were like 30 minutes.
Yeah, some of them were
Really?
long as shit. Yeah.
But like that shit was cool to me. I thought it was cool.
And it actually gave you, but see, what was
Give
cool
you
is
a
it
lot
actually
of-
gave you the option to pause cutscenes too, though.
Yeah.
Like I hate when you can't pause a cutscene.
Yeah.
It's like
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna piss. It's like, this
Yeah,
fucking
but
cutscene.
yeah, like, I want to watch it. I want to watch it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I don't think, Call of Duty doesn't let you pause the cutscene.
What I hate too is like,
But they're not that long.
I've done it a couple times in games where like there's a cutscene, and it's like, can I pause this cutscene? And like you hit and it just skips. I'm like, oh fuck! Now I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back into
I didn't
extras.
even mind in Metal Gear Solid 4, you know how they would do those voiceovers. Like where it's not even really a cutscene, but it's like just the artsy
Oh yeah.
stuff happening with the voiceover.
Yeah. War has
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah. And then you just see flashes and
I gotta work on my snake voice again. I used to do a pretty decent snake. I can't do it anymore.
you never could do a good snake.
I
Yeah.
did a decent snake.
I don't know.
Never did it for you guys. But never whipped
Are you
out-
saying
I
you
never
used
whipped out
to,
my-
as in like fucking 15 years ago, you used to do a good Snake?
Oh, yeah,
when,
when I-
when Snake wasn't even voiced? You're like, this is how I think Snake would sound.
You need to stick to Oscar.
I think
De La
it's
Hoya.
pretty good.
I've never whipped out my snake around you guys, but when I would, especially when because I used whenever I would play Metal Gear, I would always just mimic his voice as much like anytime I could.
Huh.
So I got pretty decent at it. But
He goes,
so you guys heard the
shredded.
Otacon. Metal Gear. You guys heard that the guys that wrote or that did Game of Thrones are no longer doing Star Wars?
they got
Oh
fired.
yeah. No, they quit.
Pieces of shit.
What they're saying is
I hate those guys.
Their Netflix deal. They're too busy with their Netflix deal.
well, they're blaming that, and they're blaming a toxic fan community.
Whatever.
Fuck
yeah.
those guys.
Yeah, seriously, right?
They wouldn't have a toxic fan fucking.
Community. Yeah, if they didn't
would've did
fuck
Game of
up,
Thrones
fuck
right.
up Game of
So
Thrones.
Pieces of
divided attention and toxic fandom. That's why they're saying they quit.
Yeah, those fucks are. Nobody's gonna like them anymore at all.
Yeah.
Anything they do, they're gonna be like. Everyone's gonna be like, no, fuck these guys. These are the guys that fucked up Game of Thrones. These are the guys that led me along for fucking 8 years.
All right.
And then fucking shit the bed. Like pieces of shit. And then they ran off to Star Wars.
And
and
now,
they
yeah.
can't even
And still,
fucking
couldn't even follow through with that.
pieces of shit. Fuck those guys. I hate those guys.
But I think that's a godsend. Like,
Yeah, I think
I was
it's-
boycotting that. Yeah, now I could watch the next Star Wars because those guys aren't gonna be involved. Because I was gonna boycott.
really?
it.
Were you really?
I'm gonna boycott
Was it?
everything those guys do.
I was watching a video. It's like, well, what the fuck have they even made beforehand? Because like after season 6, like that's when Game of Thrones really started fucking falling off, and that was when the source material ended.
Yeah, that's it. They ran out of shit.
And he goes to IMDb and like Benioff like helped with like X-Men Origins and
Yeah, fuck those guys.
it's like other terrible like a bunch of terrible movies. It's like, yeah, this guy does not have a good resume.
You know, I forgot. And I recently, I was, God damn it, what's the name of the podcast now? Talking Tunes. It's the guy that does the voice of Yakko and Animaniacs, and also Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. He has a podcast called Talking Tunes, where he brings on like other voice actors, and at the end of them, they always do like some kind of like okay, what voice are you famous for? Like they had the dude from Boondocks that does Uncle Ruckus, and then so Uncle Ruckus they pick a scene from a movie, and they do the dialogue as their characters. So they had David Hayter on, and so I forget the scene they did, but he
did Snake.
He did Snake, but I didn't realize David Hayter was actually he was the screenplay writer for the first 3 X-Men movies.
Oh really?
Yeah, I forgot about that. And yeah, he is actually the screenwriter. He wrote the screenplay for the first. Well, he didn't write the original drafts, but he helped rewrite.
So for X-Men X2 and X3.
Yeah, he rewrote most of it like there. Like,
Did you see the
on set?
The prequel? The new Game of Thrones prequel?
Got canceled too.
No, there's another one.
Is it a different one?
The one with Naomi Watts got canceled, but
Yeah.
there's one that's about Targaryens.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's called the.
What was the
Fire
one
and
that
Blood.
Naomi Watts supposed to be about then?
That one was about, I think, the White Walkers. Like, I think that was way before. Like, I think that was like way
Like
far.
the children of the
Yeah.
forest or some shit.
Yeah, that one got cut, but they confirmed that the Fire and Blood is gonna start. I think that one's already like. I think they had a pilot already. I think.
So it's gonna be about the Targaryens, like when the Mad King was alive, or Targaryens like before that, like when they first,
Yeah.
like when they took over, when they're like taking over King's Landing.
I'm not sure. But yeah, that's the one that got. I think that one got approved. I think they already have everybody, or they have the director and stuff. I don't know who it is.
Any cast news?
But it's based on it's based on actual. I think that unfinished material. On not like.
They probably have like guidelines though.
Well, I think it's like a series of Game of Thrones that's already complete. Unlike the last one. Like they had to wait for it. It's not even out yet, huh?
What?
The book?
The book's not. He's
No,
not
his
finished.
next book. No.
When does it come out?
He hasn't even said. That's kind of like with
crazy.
The next book's probably not coming out for like either next year or the year after.
yeah,
It's crazy.
like one
And
of
then
my
he has one more book after that to write.
yeah. One of my favorite
crazy.
books.
So like it's very likely that he might die before
the movie,
he even
before
finishes all his
yeah.
books.
But then they could always do something.
Because how
kinda
old
like-
is he? Like 70 something?
Is he? He doesn't seem that old.
He
Yeah,
seems
he's
old.
like an
old.
unhealthy fuck, though. He looks like
Yeah.
he looks really unhealthy. That guy.
Right now,
yeah, maybe he's late 50s, if anything, but just looks really bad.
Yeah, I don't think he's 70, but yeah,
there's a
he's very.
one of my favorite books. It's a trilogy called it's called the King Killer Chronicles. But the first book is Name of the Wind. But the third book hasn't been written. The first two books came out in like 2000. But like what's the guy's name from Moana? The guy that did all the music from Moana, and he did Hamilton. Something Miranda.
I don't get.
I know the face you're talking about.
You know who I'm
but
talking
I
about?
don't- I don't know.
He's the showrunner. He's the one doing the show for this book. But the third book hasn't come out, and like it's supposed to be coming out. Like it was.
What series are we talking about?
It's called King Killer Chronicles. It's about. It's Harry Potter with college debt, like with student loans.
College debt.
Yeah, it's Harry Potter with student loans, pretty much. It's a great book.
Is there rapping?
No, there's no rapping, unfortunately. What was that?
I don't get how they could take so long with some of these things.
Well, with
Just write the fucking.
with
thing.
this guy, the way because like his first two books got so like popular and got so much praise that he kind of like it was almost like he got stage fright right in the third one. And every time he would sit down to write, he would get like he'd come out like he talked. Patrick Rothfuss is the artist or the author, and he would
Yeah,
he'd
you
come.
probably get like severe writer's block.
Yeah, and he'd come out. It's like it's super stressful to write this book. Every time I sit down to write, it's like something fucks up or something goes wrong, or like he just hasn't had the ability to sit down and write it. And from what I understand, I know he's close to finishing it now.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like they.
Well, think about it. Like, especially the first two books are so amazing, and he put all this effort into making them.
Yeah, but that's
and
not-
you have this fan base now, and now you're like, if you come out and just write a shitty book, it's like, okay, well, I just wanted to wrap up that
you don't
fucking
have to,
series.
You don't have to write a shitty book, but just write it. I mean, it's gonna be what it is.
Yeah, but
With
see,
what you have what you have at the moment.
yeah, but see, like, but that's the thing too. Is like this is this is like a trilogy. This is what's going to define him as an author. And it's like I can't just like
No, it
start
doesn't
strong
have to.
and end weak. But that's part of it. That's part of that's mentally. It's
Yeah,
like,
I know,
yeah,
that's what
I
I'm
can
saying.
I can
That's what
finish
I'm
this
saying.
book and I
but
can
that's
write it
what I'm
fast.
saying. Or that's what I'm saying though. But like, it's not like they put too much. They get like, or they get too much like grandiose like this thing is more important than anything. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's just it's a piece of art. Just
Yeah,
like,
you have to put out your vision, but at the same time, like that's the thing is he's got to he wants to get his vision just right.
yeah, but that's the thing. What are you doubting about the vision?
Yeah,
Like just put it down.
put it out there. Don't make
I
it
mean,
for the fans.
he's probably running into plot holes or something.
That
He's
too,
like,
yeah,
fuck, man.
But there's
how
plot
am I
holes
gonna
in
fix this
everything.
plot
Like
hole?
if
It's probably just
especially
too-
if it's fantasy, there's always plot holes.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
See,
but sometimes, like when you're writing, I feel like when you're writing something,
No,
it's probably
yeah.
like it's like too blaring.
Yeah,
like if
especially-
it's too blaring, you're like, fuck.
especially when it's a trilogy. Like it's either the way this book is told.
Like there's so many high level things that are put out there,
Yeah,
and there's blaring plot holes in all of them.
but like the way this story is told,
fucking
right?
Avengers, or there's so many plot holes in a lot of things that come out and get high praise.
Yeah, but the way the story is told, and like I can understand this is why there could be like big plot holes. Is the way the story is told is like okay, it's a bartender and he's at a bar, like that, like no one really knows his name. He's a new guy in town, but then like he's telling somebody his story about, and he's telling this person. He goes, I'll tell you my story. I'll tell you my story in 3 days, and each book is 1 day of him telling the story. So the first two books, like the first book is him telling a story about how because like he's known as a king killer, he's known as the bloodless. He's got this like huge like reputation, but he's given up all that life, changed his name, and now he's living as this unknown bartender. And this one guy just happened to find him. He's like, I need you to tell me the story, and so this is him telling the story. But it's like he's already they've already set up all this plot. So now it's like the third book. The first two books
We're at 33, should we?
yeah. Well, yeah. Let me just finish this part, and then the first two books like tell a huge part of the story, and then the third book is supposed to wrap everything up to how he got to where he's at now. But like I feel like the first two they give a good build up, but there's still so much to tell that this third book's gonna have to be long as fuck.
Well, it's like Game of Thrones. Like they had this build up, right?
Mhm.
And you've had all this source and you have all this knowledge of the characters that you could already put together in your own head of where this is going and how you would want to see it play out. That when the artist does it, a lot of times you don't agree, or you don't like you had something.
Yeah,
you had something more grand in mind.
Yeah,
or you had something better in mind.
Yeah.
But the artist did it, and you're just supposed to be like, oh, okay, well that's how it is.
That's how it is. Yeah. Well, see,
but
that's why there's so many
it's
fandoms.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, if they never did Game of Thrones, the last season, it would have been almost better off, because nobody like some people
would have been left to people.
Some people were satisfied, but most people would have been like, or like having what's his name as king at the end. Bran became king. Like you could theoretically plug in anybody else to be king that you want, and you could have it that way if the thing never came out.
Yeah, but see, the thing is too, but then you end up like with fandoms like Firefly, where Firefly had an amazing first season. Everyone was waiting for the second season. The second season never came, and now people are like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like,
but that's not a big thing because
I mean, they ended up wrapping
one season isn't
yeah, but like the thing about it was the fandom was so like to the point where they ended up making a movie. Serenity is the way they wrapped up the Firefly movie. They made a movie about it. Just like, okay, like hold on, here. But let's go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll be right back after this. Hey guys, really quick, just want to take a quick break to talk about Anchor. This is the app we're using to create this podcast right now. If you've ever thought about starting your own podcast, Anchor FM is awesome. When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had millions of questions. We had no idea how to do it. How to record an episode? It was a struggle. How do you find background music? We still don't have background music, but Anchor FM lets us do that. We just don't use it. How do I get my show posted? How do I get it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Music, all the other places people listen? Where do I find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcasts. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. My favorite thing is that everything is done in the app. You record, you edit, you post, everything's just right there. You know, when I'm not around, G-Roll's able to do it. And how easy is it?
It's easy.
There you go. So anchor.fm/start. Get your own podcast. If you're not doing it, you're wrong.
And we're back.
So guys, Sony has trademarked PS6, PS7, PS8.
All the way to PS10.
Yeah, all the way.
We should have trademarked that.
All the way to
before they
PS10.
did.
Damn it.
I wonder if somebody had it already trademarked and they bought it from them.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
But that's kind of smart that somebody would do that. Like the iPhone.
All right, let's trademark PS11 through 15.
Yeah.
We should trademark the next iPhone.
Yeah, but who knows what they can call it, because now they're not numbered anymore. Now it's X and what's
It's
the
11.
Oh, is it 11?
It's 11
Okay,
now.
never mind. They're going back to number.
X was 10.
Oh,
Roman
true.
numeral 10.
Yeah. It's 10.
Okay.
Sure. Or they might just start over and go back to 1.
Yeah, right?
Nah,
they
they
did
already
that?
started at 11.
Yeah, that's
Did they
true.
do that last time?
They gotta go up to 20 now.
Oh, they
before
started at
reset.
11 already?
Huh? Yeah.
They had to go to at least 15.
Because they did that last
before
time, right? They got to 10 and then they started back at 1, I think.
What was last
Who?
time? No, they never.
I thought they started back at 1.
No, they've only had iPhones for like the last 15 years, 11 years.
11 years, yeah. That happens a lot with websites. A lot of times the websites will be like, oh, like this company's going to do this or whatever, and someone will go and buy the website domain,
Yeah.
and then like
They have to
the
buy
company will
the
be like, okay, well, we'll give you some money for it. Here, just give us the fucking domain back. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
Or-
see if you
Oh, like, okay.
copyright iPhone 11 or iPhone 12, they're not going to change up their whole thing that they've been doing since the beginning.
Yeah.
Just because some fuck owns it, like they're gonna buy that from you.
Yeah, I'm sure if they just gave you like a couple $1,000, you'd be like, yeah, sure.
No, so you know about the
Some people they request like tens of thousands.
but you know how Fallout 76 they have that new like originally, you know how everything was supposed to be free free DLC, free this, free that. And now they're doing this $100 subscription thing
For what?
for Fallout 76.
Oh yeah.
Well, somebody bought the fucking the website, the domain before like Bethesda announced it, and then this fucking guy went and bought.
They never made the website.
Why would they not buy it before they announced it?
I have no idea.
Who fucked up?
Because Bethesda's honestly been fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I feel like
ever since that game came out.
I feel like they got so big that like they can't even they can't keep track of like all the parts,
Right.
like all the pieces of the company that are supposed to do their job. Like they can't keep everybody in line because that seems like a big like miscommunication type thing.
I'm trying to find the story for it.
'Cause how do you announce that and then you don't even have the web? How do you announce the website and you don't even have it? Like you don't even own the website.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. That's
Yeah. Sounds wildly irresponsible.
it's mediocre. Like you should be like you're a big company. You guys should be beyond that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think the Outer Worlds kind of like
yeah,
just like
it looks
it's
so-
just like neuters Fallout and
Yeah.
and maybe
Fuck.
even Skyrim.
It looks amazing.
Like
Oh, Outer Worlds.
yeah.
But no, so this guy, he bought the website, right? He bought the domain, and he made a website that looks like what it should have been like. Cause it's just like when you log into it, everything it's all set like Fallout designs and shit. But it's just him ranting on how fucking terrible Bethesda is now and how fucking like it's just like but it looks like a legit fucking website for the game. And I don't know if Bethesda bought the site from him or they just did something else, but
Yeah.
They got it back.
I don't know.
Yeah, because really, like a Fallout game hasn't like evolved since Fallout 3, and like this game Outer Worlds just like completely overthrows it.
Yeah, from everything I've seen of it, looks amazing. It's out already, right?
Yeah, it's out.
Yeah, I think I might have to pick it up because it's.
I don't know if you guys watched that video I sent you.
Yeah,
guys.
I didn't see the whole video, but
And he was basically he was like the title made it seem like he was talking shit about Bethesda.
Yeah.
While like praising the game, but it was mainly just a review for the game.
a review for the game. Yeah,
But
yeah, it looks fucking awesome. Yeah, fuck everything. I mean, even the combat looks. I mean, it's very similar to those style of games, like with the Fallout games.
the game just looks beautiful.
Yeah,
in the different
did you watch the video?
environments.
I don't know.
The environments.
I've seen
look
the
good.
reviews.
It's the one that he sent us.
I think I did.
Oh, we forgot to talk about the Rick and Morty Death Stranding commercial. That shit was.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That shit was hilarious. There's a lot of hype coming in for the Death Stranding. I don't know. I'm gonna get it. I'm excited for it. I don't care.
I was confused because I was seeing so many reviews beforehand.
Yeah.
I was like, "Is the game out?"
Is the game out? Yeah.
It comes out next week.
It comes
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
This Friday. This Friday.
This Friday.
Oh, this Friday. Well, it's a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, it's this Friday.
Upcoming Saturday. Let's see what else I got. Sony's PS4 is the best-selling console of all time. Duh. Oh, Ghost Recon.
No, it just barely beat the Wii.
Yeah, no.
It hasn't beat PS2 yet.
No, I guess it just passed. that
PS4 beat up PS2.
then. Yeah, so PS4 is officially the best-selling console of all time.
Oh, okay.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Have you guys heard anything about it?
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's fucking terrible. It's like a complete glitchy, fucking just terrible fucking game.
Yeah, it's like
Is that the one that's like what the
it's
sequel
like
to
they
Wild?
got it's like they got Wildlands and then they just like
Fucked it up.
fucked it up. Yeah, like
Really?
Yeah.
It looked great.
So apparently,
All the trailers and gameplay.
yeah,
looked
everything
great.
looks amazing, right? But yeah, apparently it's just terrible.
It's just like a glitchy mess.
So apparently the entire game is going to be overhauled.
Wildlands had some.
It had glitches, but it wasn't like
Yeah, no, it didn't ruin the
Unplayable,
game.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it
it didn't ruin
didn't
it. It just made it like, oh, they could have spent a little more time on this.
The game's practically unplayable.
It's crazy.
And then with all the microtransactions in that one,
Mhm.
in Breakpoint, it's just like
What
Yeah.
the hell?
down, like-
That's
So,
crazy.
this
It
is
looked like a great game coming up. I was hyped for it.
yeah. So Ubisoft has come out and we are aware that some of the design choices have caused polarized reactions and discussions regarding the direction taken of by the Ghost Recon franchise. Some of you would like our new survival mechanics to have more impact on your experience, while others dislike the tiered loot progression we've added. So they explained that they were trying to build an authentic military experience in line with the vision and feedback they received working on the previous game. So now what they're going to do is
that's right. They turn it into a looter shooter.
Yeah.
Sort of like it's like a hybrid between like Wildlands and
Borderlands.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so
Stupid.
they haven't put any details, but they're gonna completely overhaul the entire game. In just like one major update, the whole game they're gonna just.
So as of right now, you're still playing it.
Yeah, as of right now, it's still terrible.
And they don't know when they're gonna fix it.
They're working on it right now. They haven't announced what they're gonna do or what they said it's gonna be a complete overhaul of the game. Yeah, Ubisoft. It's a complete overhaul of the game. Ubisoft sometimes they're hit or miss because that's
pretty bad.
Like Ubisoft, because sometimes they
Crazy.
they tend to get pretty like greedy when it comes to microtransactions and stuff, but it's usually not stuff that's mandatory in the game. Usually it's like
I mean, that's worse
like skins, or they'll have like the, what do they call it, the time saver packs.
That's worse than what happened with No Man's Sky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll do like the time saver packs where it's like, okay, well here's a bunch of experience and money for like $20 and or $50 or whatever it may be. And like you, like it unlocks a bunch of shit early in the game for you.
They can't,
or
they can't fix it. Like you could, like you might be able to overhaul it and make it a good game, but nobody's gonna come back. I don't think.
Yeah.
Like it's hard. I feel like it's stupid to release a game and then be like, oh, and then like it's one thing for everybody to say it sucks, but then for the developer to be like, all right, it sucks. We're gonna have like to admit.
Well, no, I mean,
we got we.
That's part
up.
of the beauty of modern games now, though. It's like, okay.
I mean,
like,
yeah,
we're getting a lot of complaints, we're getting a lot of feedback, so we can change up things.
Yeah, but I
to
still
go
don't
out
think
and
it's gonna.
to do a complete overhaul of a game, that's a huge.
But I don't think it's gonna, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's gonna help.
And see, and the thing too is like, what if they change it so much that it's not the same game?
It's only gonna
hurt. This is the game that I paid for. This isn't the game that I bought. Now
it's only gonna hurt because now you're putting all your money and developing into this new thing, and people are still already over it, moved on. Like, nobody's gonna buy it.
Yeah, just like you said with No Man's Sky. Like, supposally it's
great now.
Game.
I heard it's really good now. Yeah,
I have no desire to go back and play it.
Not at all.
Yeah, we've all moved on.
After all that, yeah.
I've had Red Dead Redemption came out by then. You know, like,
Yep.
I'm gonna put months into playing that game. It's crazy that game takes like months to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even if you kind of go through it fast, like
it takes like
a while.
12 hours. Yeah, 12 hours.
So
Actually, no, I think more.
More.
I think it was like 40 hours.
Yeah.
let's see. See, if you played it straight, if you play the main story straight, it's 41 and a half hours to complete. That's no side missions, no nothing. That's just straight storyline.
Not the white ones. Like, you need to do those white ones.
If you're looking to finish the main story as well as all the extras, then it's likely to last around 62 and a half hours.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of gameplay. That's about like The Witcher too.
Yeah.
Sony's shutting down PlayStation View.
No, but The Witcher was 200 plus hours for doing everything.
Oh yeah, doing everything. Yeah, the main game was 60, like just the main story was like 60 hours.
Yeah.
January 2020, PlayStation View is no longer a thing. They tried raising their prices, raising PlayStation View prices like by $5 a month, but it's like with pretty much like Disney Plus is coming out, and they're like, all right, tap it out. I mean, because like you figure they got Netflix, Hulu, and like Apple TV. There's so many like
What did
competitors.
PlayStation View have?
It had a bunch of live streaming stuff. They didn't have anything like, oh, like here's our like original.
It was like a
programming.
cable service.
Yeah. It wasn't really like well, here's our premium service.
So you just had like channels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
like
you have,
you could
like,
buy
TBS.
HBO. Like you could buy HBO indirectly through View, I think.
Yeah, and it gave you options to like. So if you had HBO, then you can choose like you can what's it called, on demand. on-demand HBO, on-demand whatever channels you had.
Yeah, so it was like having HBO Go,
Yeah.
but
But all in one app. Yeah, so like HBO, Showtime.
but you could also just get HBO Go on the PlayStation. So
Yeah,
it
but
was
see-
very redundant. It was a very redundant service.
Yeah.
From what it sounded like.
But it was what it was a way because like like okay, so like right now I don't have cable, so I don't like I have local channels, but that's about it. But even then with local channels I have to have a digital fucking antenna. And
They should-
a lot of times those are shitty.
They
where,
should
like,
bundle the PlayStation View and the PlayStation Now, is it?
Yeah, but still,
Is it
still
PlayStation now?
PlayStation Now, yeah. But the costs still for running View are like still pretty high. And
Like if you had it all like in one thing,
yeah,
like you have a PlayStation service,
yeah,
and you pay your PlayStation Plus, you pay your PlayStation Now and your PlayStation View, and it's just one fee,
mm-hmm.
and you get all that,
yeah,
and you get all the games, you get all the TV,
yeah.
for like a premium price. That would be cool.
I wonder, let me see here.
Like that would work, but not all broken up like that. Like you have PlayStation Now, you have PlayStation View, and then you have the PlayStation Plus, and they're all separate.
Mm-hmm.
You have to download fucking PlayStation View if you want to watch PlayStation.
Yeah, but no, PlayStation say with all the competition of all the already streaming stuff, plus
Like-
Disney Plus coming out now, it's just like, you know what?
Like if the
We're
PlayStation
tapping
5
out.
was like also like if it was really like streamlined for watching TV, like that would be cool.
Yeah. Well, see, because I remember
Like if it came with a remote too, and
I-
like it had all the streaming apps on there, the Netflix.
yeah,
And like if it had it all, like how it even has it on the. It's cool how it has it already. Like it has them all on there already. Like
yeah,
like that's cool. Like on that one page where you
yeah,
go to
no, yeah, exactly. I remember one of the things
if
that
it was more,
advertised
if
when
they
the
did
PS4
that
came
more
out.
streamlined for the PlayStation 5, and,
Yeah.
and then had it like you have your PlayStation.
You know what's so crazy is it like I remember when the PS4 came out, like I was so used to the PS3's XMB, like the cross media bar, and I guess I remember like I hope they don't fuck with that too much. Like I love the PlayStation 3 the way it is, like the menu setup, it's all perfect. I hope it's not fucked up.
I never thought the PS3 menu was perfect. It was
I liked maybe it's just because I was so
This
used to
one's
it.
simple. It's basically
The
same thing.
PS4 one,
yeah, it's the same thing, just with pictures.
I don't know. To me, it feels so different. Like okay, well, when we're done, go up to the PS3 and try to navigate to something. Like how different it is. Like Jello, like, she was trying to put on Netflix and couldn't figure it out. It took her a second to get used to the
On PlayStation?
XMB again, the PS3. Yeah. But I remember the PS4. One of the things that was announced was like it's going to play games, it's going to play your movies, but it's also you're going to be able to watch live TV on it. That was one of the big selling points of it. But that was before they announced PlayStation View. They just made it seem like it's going to be a digital receiver for TV.
Uh-huh.
It's like, but then that didn't come out, and then that's when the PlayStation View was announced, like a year or two later.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I remember that receiver thing. I was like,
Yeah, they were like, this is gonna be replace your like cable.
yeah,
box.
that was a big thing. It's going to replace your cable box.
Yeah, but like they don't like that stuff wasn't. If it's well done, it'll work.
Yeah,
Because even the cable boxes, like their shit sucks.
yeah.
Like their shit's not that. Like it's not straight. It freezes on you. It like you have
Well,
to.
see, and the thing too about the cable
like,
boxes, they're not really meant.
You go to on demand and it fucking takes forever to load sometimes,
Yeah.
or sometimes you put stuff in your watch guide and it fucking takes it off for some reason, or
Yeah.
or sometimes just the volume stops working and you have to stop and play it again,
No, that's
or you have to
yeah,
pause it
yeah,
and replay. Like
yeah, I fucking hate that.
like it's stupid. Like why can't you guys get your shit right? Like, or why isn't there no software updates or something to get this glitchy
Yeah.
shit fixed?
Why can't I fucking fast forward?
Yeah, it's stupid. But like just that. Like if like the reason why Call of Duty is so not just the gameplay, but their servers are like the best fucking servers. You could get into games quick. You get it's like so effortless to play to do what you want to do in that. If you had your service like that, like
Fortnite's starting to be on that level.
like if you had your PlayStation View service like that, like
Yeah.
but it's not like it's all like everything's shitty. Like even I'm not just saying PlayStation, but like with Xbox,
Anything.
with anything that's trying to third party streaming app that's not meant for it to be on that, it's always like shoddy.
Yeah. Hey, check this out. Microsoft, they're bringing back the Xbox All Access program. And so, do you guys remember what the All Access program was?
No.
Where you can like finance an Xbox, pretty much. So you're buying an Xbox. You're getting an Xbox One, an Xbox controller, an extra controller, 24-month membership to the Game Pass.
So 2 controllers?
Yeah, you get an Xbox, 2 controllers, 2 years of Xbox Game Pass, and the Xbox Live Gold, right? And it's as little as $20 a month. But now they're giving you the option to upgrade to the Xbox Scarlet when it comes out. So say you're financing an Xbox One, and then the Scarlet comes out for a couple bucks. So like you would turn the Xbox back in, and then like say you're paying $20. It doesn't say specifically. I think you're doing it directly through Xbox. So you would be going through a Microsoft website, and you would send it back to them, and they would send you the Xbox Scarlet, and you'd be paying like $30 a month instead of the $20 a month.
Yeah.
But it would restart your contract.
Okay.
That's pretty smart, though.
Yeah. But who's doing that?
Xbox, Microsoft is
No,
doing
but
it.
I'm saying people.
Oh, I don't know.
I've never heard of anybody doing these things.
Yeah, financing an Xbox.
Like it's not that expensive.
Yeah,
But I think that's why it's called All
normally
Access.
if you're getting an Xbox, it's because you've saved the money, all of it, together.
It's not that expensive. It's not like it's $1,000. It's only like $300, $400.
Yeah, true. But see, the thing is too, like you're getting.
Yeah, and for Xbox Scarlet, they're planning on only charging an extra $10 a month.
Well, no, they didn't specify how much.
Oh.
I was just using that as an example. Like you're paying more. But see, the other thing too is it also resets So say you've been paying for 3 months on your Xbox, right? And then the Scarlet comes out, it's going to reset to the previous 3 months.
So you just gave them free money?
Yeah, pretty much.
Stupid. Let's wrap it up. It's already.
No.
We're already at like 55.
No, we're not.
Yeah, because we had 35 earlier. Now it's like 20.
No, I got a couple more things.
It's 55. One more thing.
DCU is in talks with an actor to play Nightwing in the new Batman movie.
No.
They're talking to a Stranger Things actor.
Just get Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Right? No, he's too old now because they got fucking Robert Pattinson.
Did you see the rumors of Jared Leto trying to stop the Joker movie from coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it a couple weeks ago.
I don't respect that guy now.
Yeah, no.
It's pretty shitty.
It was a terrible Joker.
Yeah. How much of a piece of shit you have to be,
Right?
to try and ruin somebody else's movie?
Yeah. What was I gonna say? That's his fucking cuckold noise.
If it was too over the top with it.
Oh god.
Way
He
too
was
over the
what,
top.
30 Seconds to Mars?
He was only. I feel like he was only picked for Joker because he was coming off a hot streak, and I think he won like 2 Oscars.
Yeah, and he had just what, Wolf of Wall Street?
2 years in a row. No, not Wolf of Wall Street.
No, what was it? He played the tranny.
Yeah, I forget what it was called. Dallas Buyers Club.
There was
and,
that.
And there was another movie before that. That he got a award.
He got an award for, yeah. Did
So,
you hear about My Chemical Romance?
Yeah, but playing a tranny, that's fucking...
Is it My Chemical Romance? Yeah.
Playing a tranny, that's like...
What about it?
That's like pandering.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna give you the reward. They're gonna give you the award for that.
They're having a reunion.
Like with these fucking Oscars, man.
And so is
So phony.
Yeah.
These Oscar people are so phony.
Those Oscar people.
These goddamn Academy Awards.
These goddamn Oscar rights.
Like, okay, everything that they rave reviewed about the Joker, Deadpool was basically the same movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, because the kid was also like, He was. They're showing how a villain becomes a villain. He was a little fat kid who got picked on, and Deadpool was also had the mental. He also has the mental fucking health thing going on where he fucking makes bad decisions.
Yeah.
But his heart was in a good place, and he was trying to help the bad guy, not be bad.
Yeah.
And yet, that fucking Black Panther was the better of the superhero movies that year that could be nominated for best movie. All right, doesn't make sense.
Do you guys want to know what Stranger Things actor they're looking at
Sure.
for Nightwing? Who do you think out of all the Stranger Things characters?
It just better not be Finn.
The fucking the guy that bangs everybody's mom.
Oh, Billy?
Yeah.
No, it's Steve Harrington.
Really?
Yeah, they're looking. Joe Keening, I think his name is. Yeah, they're looking at him.
I don't know about Dick Grayson.
That's what they're looking at for him.
I don't think he'd be a Dick Grayson. He'd probably be like a regular Robin. I can see him as regular Robin.
I can see him as regular. I can see him more as regular Robin than I can see him as Nightwing. But see, the thing is, again,
I
Nightwing's
could probably see him more as Jason Todd.
Yeah, Nightwing's like a 20, 25-year-old.
Well, that's kind of what this kid is.
Yeah, but he's like a little bitch.
No, but he looks like he's 16.
Yeah, he looks
That's
like-
why
yeah.
he's in Stranger
That's why
Things.
he's in Stranger
Yeah,
Things.
exactly.
The PlayStation Plus games for October. Is it Neo? Nioh? Neo? And Outlast 2.
Outlast is so whack.
No, Outlast is a great game. I just fucking hate it.
I heard Neo's really good.
I have it, and it's okay. I think you would like it. You like those fucking what's the games like Blood
and Cum.
Yeah, Blood and Cum.
Bloodborne
and yeah.
Yeah.
It plays a lot like those. So I think you would like it a lot.
Yeah, I think it's like they describe it as Dark Souls but anime.
Yeah, that's really that's what it is. Popeyes is bringing back the chicken sandwich.
All right, let's wrap it up. Let's bring in a chicken
I
sandwich.
know, right? No, I do have one.
If we start talking about chicken sandwiches, we're gonna be here all fucking night.
No, so check this out. There's a neural network that reconstructs human thoughts from brainwaves in real time. So now they're creating computers that can recreate your thoughts. They're not perfect yet, but they're pretty goddamn close. So,
Okay.
look at this.
I don't care. I do not care.
It's a computer that they're inputting your brainwaves into the computer, and it's reconstructing what you've seen.
Oh, okay.
So like obviously the clear pictures, and then that's what the computer is recreating from you, just from your brainwave input, not from anything visual. Just brainwave input, and that's what it's getting.
Okay.
And they're still fine tuning this shit. So, like,
Very cool. Let's wrap it up.
well, I'll save this in that story.
So are they gonna find a dead guy and then recreate what he saw, like the last thing he saw?
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
They already did that in Men in Black. You fucking put a lamp in their head.
No, that was Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West. Yeah,
Yeah.
you put a lamp in their head and you turn his head upside down.
And you'll
You
see the last thing he saw.
No, well, do you remember that movie Stranger Days, or Strange Days?
No.
Where they had it was like this thing you could wear on your head, and it would like read your brainwaves, and then other people could put it on, and they would relive what you just went through with all the way everything that you saw, smelled, felt, everything, and like there was the one I remember. There was two specifically that I remember. Was there was one? It was like the guy was selling. It was like teenage girl in the shower, and it was like literally like you're looking. It's like she's washing herself, and you're just like watching as she, you're seeing it through her eyes.
It's a teenager, bro.
And the other one was somebody robbing a bank and then dying at the end. Like they were robbing a bank and they're running from the cops, and they're like running rooftop to rooftop, and the guy's getting away. And then like he's about to make the last jump and he misses and he just falls down to the alligator.
Remember to follow us on at Real Press Start on Twitter and
Okay, we don't we got it.
All right.
Well, I mean, what? We're done. What do you want to go on for? We're done. We're at an hour already. We're past an hour already.
All right. On that note, okay.
You son of a bitch.
So don't forget to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/TheRealPressStart, on Tweeters at RealPressStart, and on Instagram at TheRealPressStart. Don't forget to like us, rate us, and review us.
By Tide.
By Tide. Like us, rate us, and review us anywhere that you get podcasts. Share us with your friends. Don't keep us as your dirty little secret. On that note, game over. No more questions.